Older F1 games used to have classic cars, and many F1 fans still miss them even to this day. That's why I thought it would be fun to go back to F1 2020, 2019, and 2018 and see if I can win a race with every single classic car. If I lose more than half the races, I have to play F1 98 on the PS1, which is considered one of the worst F1 games of all time. But if I win, I get to play F1 97, considered one of the best F1 games of all time. There are 24 classic cars in the base games, and so I have to win with at least 12 of them. Let's dive right into it. Well, to keep things fresh, I thought it would be fun to not go in chronological order, but actually jump around with different eras. And with the Lewis Hamilton Challenge being one of the most popular series on my channel, I thought it would be fitting to start with the 2008 McLaren, which is of course the car where Lewis Hamilton won his first championship. And of course, we have to race this car here in Brazil as the lights go out. This track is where Lewis Hamilton infamously won on the final lap as we get a horrible start headed into turn 1. Lewis Hamilton won his first championship here on the last lap as Timo Glock ran out of fuel. Hamilton was able to get the pass to get enough points to beat Felipe Massa for the 2008 Drivers' Championship. We'll see if we can get a victory here, though, and actually do even better than Lewis did. No promises, though, as we're up against some tough competition. Driving this car, I really like how much grip these groove tires have. And this car just feels very nimble. However, I've noticed in qualifying, it doesn't really have as much straight line speed as some of the other cars. It seems to struggle in a straight line. That's its biggest weakness. I don't know if that's accurate or if that's the default setup that the game gave it. There is also more understeer, as you'd expect, than a modern F1 car. And there is a struggle of getting a good amount of traction on exit. That's my crude observance just using this car so far. Let's see, though, if we can make a pass. It'll be tough to win this race against these slightly newer F1 cars. There's the 2009 Braun in this race and a bunch of 2010 cars. But the game ranks them all in the same class. So we're going to see if we can do it. I didn't want to run the same exact car against each other. It just is more fun if you see variety. So some of these races will be nearly impossible to win. But I'm gonna at least try to scale the difficulty so I do have a chance. So far, not a lot of passing and action going on. Interlagos, known for a track with a lot of passing and action. But I'm having trouble finding any spot to make a pass right now. Maybe it's right here. Should I dive bomb into turn 1? Can we pass the Ferrari? I wasn't brave enough. I wasn't brave enough. Oh, and almost lose it. Losing a lot of traction right now. At slow speeds, I'm really struggling to have grip with this car. And now the Ferrari behind us is making a move. Can we hold him off? We do. Things are not looking good here for a chance to win after that horrible start off the line. This car just doesn't have great low-speed traction, it seems like. And I do think these newer cars we're up against do have a lot more traction than we do. They have probably better aero than we have, but I could be completely wrong. I love the sound of this engine, though. It is such a beautiful, beautiful sound. As somehow we get a purple sector, too. We got speed. But can we get enough draft here off the car ahead to make any significant gain? Doesn't look like it. Things are not looking good for us here in Brazil. I took that really bad. You should be able to take that full throttle straight through. I messed that one up. Things aren't looking like we'll be able to get the win here with this car. But that's okay. Because when the shoe's on the other foot, once we drive these 2010s cars, we should be able to compete for wins in this car class. Again, I could have picked the same model of car every race, but that would just be boring to just see the same McLaren livery for all 20 cars. I just think this is way more fun doing it like this. It's at least visually more dynamic, you know? Can we at least make up this one spot? Come on. You know what is nice driving this, and driving all of the cars we'll be driving today, is that we don't have to worry about any ERS management or anything like that.
Final lap of the race.
We can just enjoy the driving experience. Just pure driving skills, no managing skills, because there's no fuel management here. Uh-oh, we might get passed behind. We're gonna defend the inside line. Can we hold this spot? Can we at least hold on to a top 7? Come on. I should give a grade for every car that I drove in terms of how much I liked it. That could generate some hate in the comments, though, because I know everyone's got their favorites. Everyone has their favorite era of F1. And, I could offend some people. Well, here we go. Cross the line in P7. Out of 10, how would I score this car? Think I'd score it a 7 out of 10. It is very nimble and fun to drive in the high-speed corners, but it is very tricky. Not very tricky, it is trickier to drive in the slow speeds corners. So 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. From one McLaren now to the oldest one, we're driving the 1976 McLaren M23-D. This, if you are a film fan, is the car that James Hunt used in the movie Rush. And of course, where James Hunt would win that infamous championship against Niki Lauda. All right, here we go in Silverstone. And we're off. Using a round wheel and an H-pattern shifter for this. Should be fun. Already not shifting good. This is really fun. Using a shifter and everything, I gotta say. Can we make a move on the inside here? Oh, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. But we keep it together. Of course, James Hunt won this race, but was disqualified. And it was big drama. Big drama. But let's see if we can actually win it legit for him. I gotta say, if you have this game and you have a H-pattern shifter, you gotta try it. Because it is super fun driving these cars as they would have drove it back in the day. Very tricky. Not a lot of traction, but very satisfying and fun, that's for sure. Can't really get higher than 6th gear, though. I love how slidey it is. It feels like I do some dirt track racing on iRacing, and it feels like that. It feels like you really got to use your dirt track skills and really slip and slide to get the max possible speed out of these cars. Oh, can we get a run here? Not quite. Thankfully, we have a decent gap behind us. Hard to make a pass when you have to focus on shifting gears too, though. Oh, I missed a shift. I accidentally shifted all the way down to 2nd. Thankfully, it didn't cost me too much time. That's the thing about these cars. You might miss your shift. It could be very, very tricky to be consistent. And of course, reliability. Huge problem back in the day. But it is so satisfying just clicking around the H pattern. Oh, almost lost it there, but we keep it together. And we do not have good acceleration out of the corners. We might be stuck here in 8th. Of course, we are once again doing the same, running the race with the same class, but there are some much more advanced cars in this field, some even from the 80s. Still not able to make a run, and they might make a move past us, but I think we'll be safe for this lap. I guess, you know, in the old days, you didn't see... Well, it's been a problem in F1 forever, a lack of overtakes. And we're seeing that here. Seems like it's tough to pass in this era of cars. I once watched like a 1970s or 1980s year in review, and they were talking about how the team principals hate seeing wheel-to-wheel action. It just scares them because they don't want their cars to crash. Oh, as we might have the guy behind us making a move, we're gonna have to defend. Hold it together, though. Hold it together. Things are okay. Oh, do we have a chance to make a pass here? Oh, not quite. Not quite. Can we hold position? That kind of screwed us. We're okay. We're okay. Oh, yes. We're good. We're good. Come on. Oh, almost lose it. Almost lose it. Super loose. We got the Lotus coming up fast behind us. We're going to defend the inside. Shift all the way down into 4th. Oh, still loose. We're holding it together, though. Holding it together. And somehow, we hold it together. Staying strong in 8th place, but here comes the Lotus. Oh, and we're able to hold him off for yet another lap. Oh, very tight corner. It is hard to see the proximity arrows with this round wheel in the way, and the Lotus is making the move. They got the inside line. Shouldn't have shifted down to 4th there, I think. The Lotuses are cooking me now. Very tough, very tough. Oh, almost lose it. Come on. Oh yes, here we go. We're finding a groove now, but we're still not doing great. Lotus behind, still catching to us. Maybe I'm shifting too much and I guess I just gotta chill. Oh, come on. Can we make a move to the inside? Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe. Not quite. I think I've made 0 overtakes this race. Man. It'd be fun to overtake one guy. Come on, can we do it? Can we do it? Just keep it smooth. Try not to make any mistakes. It's all about driving as smooth as you can, I think. I just don't have the acceleration like this guy, but we do have his slipstream. We're gonna make a move to the inside. We got him. Hey, look at that.
You made it look easy.
We made 1 spot at least. That's something. I'll take it. That was fun right there. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie, even though that last McLaren we drove was way easier to drive, this McLaren is way more fun. Just tossing it through the corners, having to think about shifting, all while defending from the guy behind and stuff. This is very, very fun to drive. I'm enjoying this. Well, we pulled away from the two Lotuses in the back. They've been battling. So we at least secure 8th place. Not a win, but, you know, what were we really going to beat a car from the 80s? Probably not. Probably not. I had a great time driving this, though. And so I'm going to give this car a 9 out of 10. I loved it. This was a very, very car to drive. I would do a full-length race with this thing. That's how fun it was. I would. Well, now we're going from one of the hardest F1 cars to drive to one of the easier ones, the 1992 Williams, because this one was so high-tech. It had active suspension, ABS, traction control, it had paddle shifters, one of the most high-tech cars in F1 history up to that point. And we're going to see if we can get a win with it. Here we go, starting in 3rd. This is our best chance yet. Let's see what we can do. Lights are out, and away we go. Oh, almost lose traction there. I thought this thing had traction control. Come on. Guess I didn't have launch control, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? But, oh, man, we are really getting shuffled back here. Not a good start. Not a good start. Are we once again going to settle for 8th? We'll see. We'll see. We're at Coda because, of course, after Nigel Mansell won the championship with this car, he went on to race an Indy car as we almost wrecked the Benetton ahead. But we'll go around him here. That wasn't a Benetton, was it? It was. I don't know. I don't know. Too hard to see. Concentrate, concentrate. P5. I think we still got a chance here. I think we do have a chance. Just got to be a little more aggressive in my driving. See if we can beat these guys. I'm really enjoying this car. It's still kind of slidey, like the 72 McLaren was, but it just feels very intuitive to drive. I'm actually liking it more than that 2008 McLaren, because that one, it just seemed like it would get loose out of nowhere. This one, I got loose right now, but you know, it felt the looseness was more predictable, if you know what I'm saying. So for that reason, I'm really enjoying it, and if you drive it smoothly, it feels really satisfying. A smooth drive is very, very satisfying in this car. Can we make a move here, maybe? No, not a good spot. Not a good spot. We gotta make the move into turn 1. That's the spot to do it. Oh, almost rear-end him. Come on, oh, almost getting loose. We keep it together, though. Oh, this is a good run right here. They're gonna defend the inside. We'll go on the outside. Oh, and they kind of block us. Can we do a switcheroo on them? Kinda. Side by side, headed into the S's. They bail out. I think they gave us the spot. We got it. Wow, great overtake right there. Look at that. That was a great move right there. Got a green sector, flowing good. Hey, if we at least get podium here, that's really good. We're gonna do 6 races in this video, so if I can win 3 of 6, we're still on track to beat this challenge. And of course, we are on race number 3 right now as I almost lose it. Gotta be careful in the slow speed corners not to toss it in too fast. Getting some draft. Maybe make a move on the inside here. Can we brake late enough? We should have better braking with our ABS. And we get it. Another great move right there. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. They're looking, though. They're looking to make a pass. We're going to have to defend the inside line. Can we at least have a podium here? Looks like the 2 front runners have disappeared on us up ahead. We're going to have to start pushing to catch up to them. I see one of them. They're pretty far away, but I think I can really start pushing. I think I got the speed. Well, in realistic, old-school F1 fashion, this race ended up getting really spread out, even though it's just a 5-lap race. Look at the gaps. Kind of crazy. And so we weren't able to catch up, but we didn't lose our podium spot at least. So that's nice. Nice to keep our podium, but unfortunate that there weren't more battles because this car is very fun to drive. Wish I could have had some more time fighting with this thing. I'd say I'm really enjoying driving this. I think I'd give it another 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for sure. And there we go, cross the line. Not quite what I wanted, but a decent P3, decent P3. All right, I need to win, so we are now going to go with the car that just won that last race, which is the 1998 McLaren, which was driven by Mika Hakkinen, and he used this car to get the better of Michael Schumacher and really proved to be one of Schumacher's greatest rivals in this car. Welcome to Suzuka, race 4 out of 10, starting P2. Here we go. Oh, a great launch off the line. But the Williams is really fast behind me. Gonna cover off the other McLaren. Take it easy. Don't crash. Don't crash. Hold it together. Don't overdrive it. And with a great launch off the line, we are able to take the lead of this race as I push it a little too hard there. Oh boy, I'm driving this part really sloppy right now. Not used to being in the front. That's okay. That's okay. See if we can hold it together. Interestingly, driving this car, for some reason, I don't know if it actually was heavier than the other cars, but in this game, this car feels super heavy as I almost lose it there. Yikes. As you can see, it just feels like the weight's really tossing about here in this McLaren. This is the heaviest car feeling-wise that I've driven so far. I don't know why it feels like that, but it just does. You really feel the weight shift, and you have to be careful of the weight shift, because if you get all the weight of the car in the back too fast, you will spin around like I almost did right there. You gotta be very, very careful. So we will play it safe. You know, we have the lead right now, so we can afford to keep it nice and steady, although the McLaren behind is coming up fast on us. So far, we keep it together lap 1, but if I make another mistake like that again, I will be in big trouble. Looks like he's got some straight line speed on us, too. We're gonna defend the inside, hold him up. Oh, it's really hard to keep this car steady, but we're able to do it. Should be hard for him to pass here in this S section. We should be smooth sailing for a little bit. Of course, even in this generation of cars, it's still tough in any era to pass here at Suzuka. But we're gonna keep it together. Still have a 1 second lead, and we have a purple sector 1. Very, very nice. Very nice. This car, with all that weight shifting and shiftiness, makes me, well, it's fun to drive. It's hard to drive it to the limit because I'm so worried about spinning out of the car. When I was practicing with these, I was losing that rear end a lot, especially on the slow speed corners. So you have to drive a lot safer, which for some people definitely won't be as enjoyable as cars you can push to the limit. And it's different from like that 70s car where you did have to drive slower, but it felt more intuitive to push that car to the limit. This one, it feels a little more unpredictable. Almost lose it there. You also have to be careful on throttle. I don't think these cars had traction control. I think traction control came back in 01, so these cars are very sensitive on throttle. So you gotta be careful getting on, especially in the lower gears. Thankfully for us, we've been able to keep it together, at least for the first 3 laps. Too bad it's a 5-lap race, not a 3-lap race. Almost lose it there. That rear end just really wants to give way. Oh, we almost lose it there. Thankfully, we had a pretty large gap ahead of us. But this race isn't over yet. The McLaren behind charging fast. Oh boy, they're coming in. They gotta look. We need a good exit here. And we get it. Wow. Very, very sketchy driving this car. One mistake and it's over. It's very hard to recover this thing. But so far we're keeping it alive, although the car behind is gaining the other McLaren. Oh, they're looking to make a move on the outside. They almost got me there. I wasn't looking at the mirror. But we keep it together. They're really pushing us on the last lap, really putting the pressure. I was kind of driving conservatively so I wouldn't crash, but now that I made that mistake, I gotta really push this car. Have I learned enough about how to drive it in 5 laps to be able to hold this guy off and get our first win of the challenge? We really need this win. We really, really need it. Okay, we've got a second gap. We're pulling away now. I've locked in. I've locked in. We're back. We're back. This hairpin, though, is where I made the mistake. Gotta be careful. Almost messed up there. Accelerated a little quickly. Come on. Keeping it together so far. Nice and steady there on the exit. Make sure we don't lose it. This ain't over yet. That was very satisfying getting that string of corners right there. Felt really good with balancing the weight of the car and everything. Think we've got this one in the bag now. While challenging, a very fun car to drive, but not as fun as the other ones that I just drove. I'd say this car, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 as we get our very first win of this challenge, so we've now won 1 out of 4 races. Mika Hakkinen, of course, wasn't the only person to beat Michael Schumacher and Ferrari. Fernando Alonso and Renault did the same, and so now we will be driving the 2006 Renault R26, one of the cars that Fernando Alonso used to beat Michael Schumacher. Here we are in Spain, where Fernando Alonso became the first Spaniard to win the Spanish GP, and the lights are out, and a bad start by the car ahead. Also a bad start by us, though. Some of these cars just get a lot better launches than others. We're gonna have to defend the Ferrari while trying to pass the McLaren. Oh, it's going to be tight. We've lost 1 spot at the start. That's okay. We can reel him in. We can reel him in. We might not have had a good launch, but I'm confident we still got a solid chance this race. Gotta catch these 3 guys up ahead, though. I believe they're all the 2010s cars. I love the look of this Renault. The light blue and yellow paint scheme is just really, really nice and very unique for the time. Or for any time. You don't see anything like this anymore. It's a shame they never threw it back to this. Can we pass the McLaren here? We're gonna dive bomb on the inside, lock up, brake late, but we get the pass, maybe not. We hold him off! Wow! You know what? That was a gutsy move, just like Fernando Alonso would have done. Put some respect on his name right there. That was great. Of course, it's hard to pass at this version of Catalunya, so we will need to pull out all the stops. The car's ahead pulling away, though, after that stunt we just did. Hopefully we can catch him. Think we might struggle with straightaway speed, but in the corners we should be able to get him. Here we go, yeah. Oh, it's a little tight. I will say, I love driving this car. It is so much easier to handle than the 2008 McLaren, which is the closest comparison we have so far out of all the cars. This one, the car is just so nice. I got a little loose there, but I was not afraid of losing it. You can push this car to the limit and not be worried about losing the rear end or anything. It's just got so much more stability and just great balance. It's not as twitchy as maybe the 98 McLaren or the 2008 McLaren. Oh, but we still got to be careful on throttle. But it's definitely just way more stable, which allows you to drive with a lot more confidence and push it to the limit. Like, even though you've seen some mistakes, I'm not worried like I was with the 98 McLaren. Of course, we're undermatched in this car to these 2010 cars up ahead. But if I can just clean up my driving, we might be able to get him. We've really locked in here and gained on the Ferrari ahead. Not quite close enough for a dive bomb. But I really do feel very confident with this car. I really feel connected with it. We just need a good passing opportunity, though. Oh, that would have been a good opportunity to gain, but we just lost it there. Running out of laps to do something. Come on. Come on. We're gonna need a good exit right here so we can get him on the straightaway. Oh, they're slow. We're fast. Here we go. We're in their draft. Gonna make a move. Gonna dive bomb him. We got him. Or do we? They're on our inside. We're gonna be braver, though. Oh, no. We get penalized. Ah. An illegal overtake? Come on. That one felt good and clean. Come on. What a shame. What a shame, man. Thought we could have had something here. Well, obviously we're not going to win this one. Very fun car to drive, though, because you can push it to the limit. Not as nimble as some of the others, but very fun. So I'm going to give this car a 9 out of 10. A solid, I guess we get top 6, maybe? Yeah, top 6. Ah, well. We're ending today with one of the most iconic cars of all time, the Lotus 79, which of course pioneered the downforce era and was driven by Mario Andretti, the last American to win an F1 championship. All right, here we go at COTA, of course, because Andretti, first American champion. And the lights are out. We, of course, well, not of course, but we are doing the short version of COTA just to keep things fresh. Maybe we can look on the inside here to make it pass. Someone's looking on the inside of us. Come on, they're off the track. Yeah, he slowed down. We got a Ferrari on our side. Oh, some contact. Thankfully, no damage to the front wing. But unfortunately, losing a spot because that one guy just dive bombed us. Thankfully, he didn't illegally pass us. He would have had to give that spot back. I think he did give that spot back, basically. And more Ferraris following closely behind.
Now for the rest of the race.
It is actually going to be tougher to pass at this version of the track because there's less straightaways. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll look on the inside here. Bold move. But we get it. We made it stick. Let's go. And now we're pulling away from him. Now to catch the McLarens up ahead. Glad we were able to get that spot back fairly quickly. That was very nice. Very, very nice. And now we're really gaining on the McLaren here. Pulling away from the Ferraris. I like driving this car a lot more than that 1976 McLaren that we drove at the second race of this video. It feels so much better than that car. And I liked driving that car, as you obviously would remember if you were watching the video. But this just feels like a stable version of that McLaren. Like, that McLaren was loose. You really had to wrangle it. But this car just feels so much more stable. Like, I'm really in control here. I'm not afraid of losing it at all compared to the 76 McLaren. That one I was really scared. But this one I feel like I can drive with confidence. So I can push this car to the limit. It's very fun to drive. Very, very fun. But can we make another pass? The leader's getting away. We gotta get in front of this guy if we want to have any hope of winning. Much shorter lap, of course, because it's the short course of USA. But I'm sure they were racing on shorter tracks like this back in the 70s. So I thought, in the spirit of that, let's race. Oh, let's try to get a good exit here. Maybe I should have went for the pass, but I wanted to be patient. Okay, can we get him on the straightaway? When we shift gears, we really lose speed. Dive bomb time. Come on. Oh, we get shoved. Come on. Shifting gears is really losing us speed. I wonder if the AI don't really get slowed down by gear shifts. I wonder if it's better for me to just use no clutch and just use the paddle shifters to make it more fair against the AI, because he was gaining a lot every time I shifted. Oh, almost make contact with the rear. We're faster than this guy. We just need to find a place to pass. And sometimes I'm accidentally shifting up when I mean to shift down. If you're watching the gears, you'll see that, and that is also hurting me. I feel like we have race-winning pace, but we just can't get past this guy. Dive bomb? Oh, he makes contact. But no penalty, we get the spot. Let's go! I've been penalized for that before. But no penalty here. That was a very modern-day racing move, though. I don't think they dive bomb like that in the 70s. Oh, I'm shifting really bad now, missing a lot of gears. The McLaren is right on my tail. Okay, but we're pulling away now. But we have a long way to go to catch up to the leader. Can't pull away from the McLaren behind. He's not attacking, though. Accidentally upshifted there again. Come on. It's tough. And I'm not even facing any pressure. Come on, can we end on a win here? He is so far away, though, headed into the final lap. I don't think we can do it, boys. I think we got stuck in third, and that's what cost us. We just got stuck in third. We may very well end this challenge. 1 of 6 for the day. Thankfully, we have a lot more racing to go. 18 more races, but so far we are not off to a good start. I don't even see the leader anymore. That is tough. Very, very tough. Well, here we go, coming across the line. Like I said, I really, really enjoyed driving this car. I like it better than the 76 one. Gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. Wonderful Lotus 79. Well, that's gonna do it for today, but if you want to see more F1 content, be sure to subscribe, or even consider becoming a channel member if you want to support the channel. Thanks for watching.